Hello guys, welcome and welcome to a brand new sit down with me, Lindy Wedunga. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you stay, fall in love, and I hope we become besties. Please pass no judgment. Everything that I'm doing here is new. There's no generational handovers. I'm figuring everything myself with God. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming yet to another video. I really appreciate you and I hope you enjoyed today's sit down with me. On today's video, guys, I want to share on why I bought a car before buying my mother a house. So I was staying like my childhood and my teenage years and all my university years with my mother in a shack, and I see that as no disgrace. It was my story and it had to unroll that way. So in 2020 I was working for this company as an intern. It's a great company, I love it so much. I still work for the same company. So in 2020 I did my internship, and towards the end of it, my manager called me to say, Cece, if you want a contract here the following year, you must have a car. And I was like, no ways, how am I gonna have a car? I mean, I'm still an intern. And he was so graceful enough to say, I'm gonna give you 3 months to sort out your papers, your documents and everything, and then you must get a car. Then I can consider you as part of my team. I was like, thank you so much for that consideration. I did wait for that 3 months. Before going to buy a car, I prayed about it to get that confirmation from God, to hear if it's a good step to take, or is it a right thing for me to do. I prayed to God and I could feel it in my spirit that it's the right thing to do. Spoke to my mother about it and I was like, Sissy, I need to get a car in order for me to get a job, and this is what has been said by my manager to me. And my mother gave me all the support in the world. Guys, having a mom who supports you when you're making like big decisions about your life, it's a blessing that no money in this world could ever buy. It's like, you know, it's when they say I am wealthy because I have a mom who supports me. That's how I felt in that moment. So three months came and I put my documents together and I went to get myself a car. And it was a beautiful car, a car of my dreams. I was 26 at the time, and I told myself that it was the time when we were still buying Ipolo. I still drive the same car and I'm still okay with that. It was still the time when we were still buying Ipolo, so I was like, I want the latest car. You know, I bought that car, Polo TSI 2021. Yeah, so I'm sharing this to affirm someone who's going through the same situation, you know, when they are now given an ultimatum whether to buy a car or to, you know, or an ultimatum between buying a car, to have a job, or to buy your mom a house, you know. I did buy my car because I needed it in order for me to have a job. While I was still staying in the shack, I don't want to lie, my car was parking outside. Then it was not as the crime wasn't as it is now. I would park my car outside and I would wake up and find my car still in good condition, you know, without people breaking it or anything like that, you know. So if maybe you are going through the same thing and you're wondering whether is it a good decision to do, if your heart says it's a good thing to do and you have someone to support you, or even if you don't have anyone to support you, I'm here to tell you, do it. It is something that you can do, and it is something that you can continue. You know, your life can still continue after you've done it. Then fast forward after that, 1 year down the line, I did get a job, and I'm still on that job, you know, and that proves that the decision was a right decision, you know. So there is really no formula as to how you should start your life, what you should buy first. Should you buy your family a house, or should you buy yourself a car, you know, just weigh your options and see what is it exactly that I need to do, and where is it going to lead me to if I take these decisions, this type of decision for my life, you know. So after that, I got the job, and the contract led to, it was like a 8 months contract, and I would save up for the remainder of the other months of the year, since it's 12 months and you have to pay like every month. You can't skip a car installment. So they're paying me good, so I would put up installment for the months that I'll be not working. So it was like a good contract, and I had myself a car. Did people judge me? Yes, of course, I was judged in my community to say that. Banjalo ke baqala ngabo kodwa babalibala abazali, kodwa bakatshintsha situation emakhayeni wabo. And my mom was okay. I mean, it was also beneficial for her because now she wasn't working from her house to church. You know, I was driving her when I was available, because sometimes I would come late and she would be already at church, you know. So I'm saying this to say that Unasekaya, do what you think is the right thing to do for you. And because I ended up at the end of the day buying her house, you know, I bought her house a year later after my contract now was more solid, because after that 8 months, and I had proven myself to be a good employee, and I do have a car as the requirement. They gave me 2-year contract, and I was like, you know what, cool. I then bought my mother a house, and then after that I'm gonna tell you a story of how. So guys, I'm trying to continue with the video that I was doing before I got distracted yesterday. My boyfriend called while I was in the middle of the video. So I actually now want to show you this car that is so close to my heart. And yeah, so this is my beautiful car, guys. Yeah, this is my beautiful baby. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to hide it's actually 5 years old now. I look so good. This is the side, and I don't regret taking that leap of faith and having that courage to buy it. So this is the back. It's so pretty. So now let's get inside and see the interior of this beautiful car. Yeah. There's actually a lot of things here. So this is the interior. That's my jacket, and this is the bag. Yeah. So guys, something I didn't share yesterday, which I think I thought about it after I was done, you know, with because the call that I had, like, it took a very long time. So I was like, no, after that call I wasn't in a mood anymore to continue with the video. However, one of the greatest thing that I think it was a pillar for me to take this leap of faith and to have the courage to do it. It was a sermon from my pastor, guys. He was teaching around about trusting God wholeheartedly. You know, so he was preaching that silver and gold belongs to God, and the currency to get to that silver and gold is our faith. You know, because there's no currency, to be quite honest, that is bigger than faith. You can have all the money and all the support in the world, but if you don't trust God, that is going to open doors that no money can actually open. It's I don't know. I speak for myself. But anyway, yeah. And I was also listening to a lot of the song by Ukayam Teto. Ukayam Teto was, I think that's the time he released that song, the Settle for Less song. And we will never settle for less. We know that. So I was like, I'm not settling for nothing less. This is what I want, and this is what I'm gonna have. So that's how it went about. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to my video. I know it's not a very long video, but I felt like in my heart to share this. So please have that courage, take that leap of faith, trust God, and do what scares you. Do what scares you. Thank you, guys. Bye. I love you so much. See you on the next one.